Hi folks, Randy Brumley here. Excited about a new season here at the Payne County Film Festival and Red Dirt Roundup. We're just so excited. I had to take off my glasses there for a second because I was so excited. I want to tell you, this year we've really done a lot of research. Our research scientists are at it again. We're finding out really what makes a show work. And we found out that people enjoy lower carbs. This lower carbs thing's really working out for people. So our show promises this year to have 90% fewer carbs and fat.
The Payne County Film Festival and Red Dirt Roundup, featuring Randy Brumley and friends.
Hi, I'm wacky, and welcome to our behind-the-scenes featurette for Randy Brumley Presents Hypnotized, Notorious B.I.G. the Musical. I've been a fan of music impresario Randy Brumley from the days when he was the founding member of the group Resplendent Accolade. They were a band that merged the worlds of progressive rock and mime in a way that blew our minds and changed the world forever. Well, the man is back, and this time he's the behind-the-scenes genius who put the golly in Svengali.
It's my duty to keep current on the trends in this biz we call show. And the hot nut these days is the pop music musical. It started with the success of Mamma Mia, the ABBA musical. Then the ball really got rolling with We Will Rock You, the Queen musical. And Moving Out, which features Billy Joel tunes.
So you saw what was going on, which way the wind was blowing. So you put on a pop music musical of your own. And I'm talking about Baby One More Time, the Britney Spears musical, which had a successful run at the All Souls Coffee House. But you decided that you really need to push the envelope. So what was your next move?
Well, that's when I decided to produce the first rap musical tribute. It's about the life of the Notorious B.I.G. The result is Hypnotized, the Notorious B.I.G. story. To be honest, it was tough finding the lead because Mr. Smalls has some B.I.G. shoes to fill, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of guys had the look, but they didn't have the acting chops. Then Trent walked in one day, and I knew I had my biggie. It was the Kismet, baby.
Randy didn't originally have me in mind to play Biggie Smalls, but, since we worked together on Red Dirt Roundup, he knew my considerable acting talents, and that I'd be both fat and fresh for the role.
So do you think people may have trouble accepting you in the role of the Notorious B.I.G.?
That might happen initially, but once I hit the stage, I'll win them over. In a character-driven piece like this, it's all about the acting anyway. Mm-hmm. Besides, did Al Pacino ever deal drugs or run a crime family? Did Robert De Niro ever step into the ring or drive a taxi? Is Paris Hilton really a stuck-up aristocrat?
I've read in the tabloids that you and Randy had some creative differences during rehearsals. Do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, sometimes I'd be wanting to do a scene, and he'd be wanting me to do it all crunk, and I'd be wanting to do it all skanky, and, we just couldn't meet heads on that. Sometimes it was an artistic difference.
So how did you resolve these disagreements?
Being a method actor, when I'm defining a part, I'm in character 24 hours a day. So I just went and shot up as Hugo.
With Biggie cast, my next greatest challenge would be casting B.I.G.'s producer and best friend, Sean Puff Daddy Combs. Puffy is a very complex individual, as well as being a living legend and a luminary. So I knew I had to find just the right person. I probably had twice as many people audition for Puffy as I did for Biggie. And then, of course, he was right under my nose. We were there in pre-production for Red Dirt Roundup. And Rex had on this puce velour flow nausée jogging suit. It was a real light bulb moment. Initially, he didn't want to do it, so I gave him some BS, about reconnecting with his roots on the stage. And he went for that.
I guess I saw it as a chance to reconnect with my roots on the stage.
See, I didn't know you were a stage actor. I knew that you played in rock bands, especially since you were the lead singer and fiddle player for the Southern rock combo Whiskey Vendetta.
Right. Well, I was never a pure stage actor. Most of the bands I was in played on a stage of some sort. And then I've also done a lot of television work. In fact, one of the original Quick Trip TV spots, I played a vet.
A vet?
Yeah, I took Lamar's temperature, remember, the shaggy dog?
Oh, a veterinarian.
No, a Vietnam vet. I just happened to have a thermometer in my pocket. I walked in and asked the clerk, something, and he IDs me. And I said, they didn't ask for my ID in Phnom Penh. And then the dog comes running up. And man, that was a long time ago. But anyway, the point is, this piece combines my twin passions of music and acting. And I'll admit, at first I had doubts about playing Puff Daddy. And in fact, to get me in there that first day, Randy told me that it was a musical about the Eagles, and I'd be playing Joe Walsh. And that was kind of funny.
Biggie says, P. Diddy, you move over here. P. Diddy moves over here. Hey, P. Diddy, you're P. Diddy. Wake up! Who's P. Diddy? I'm Puff Daddy.
You are, dude. You're P. Diddy.
I'm playing two parts now?
What, it's like a schizophrenic Patty Duke thing?
Moron. P. Diddy is Puff Daddy.
Oh,
Do you even know who Puff Daddy is?
Yeah. I mean, he's like that race car driver, right?
Maybe you're thinking of Dick Trickle.
Oh, yeah. I am, sorry. Okay. Diddy. Daddy.
I would imagine getting the rights to use the music would be a complex process. Well, the fact that a lot of the music was sampled seems like that would complicate getting the music rights.
I don't follow.
You did legally obtain the right to use the music of Puff Daddy and Notorious B.I.G. and also the original authors of the tunes they sampled, right?
You have to do that?
Well, unless you wanted to sue you and take your house.
Oh, crap.
Having seen the final dress rehearsal, I think it's obvious that Brumley & Co. have a winner on their hands. I don't want to jinx it, but I think these guys are about to get their due in a really big way. I don't want to taint the process by doing some blatant campaigning, but I'm thinking Spot Awards. I'm Mr. Von Zawacki, and much love to my peeps in the PMFC. That's the Promenade Mall Food Court, y'all. Peace out.
You're watching the Red Dirt Roundup, and I'm Randy Brumley. I hope you've been enjoying our great films we've been showing you tonight. I know that some of them were just cracked me up.
Whenever the media types run out of story ideas, they'll always do a piece on desert island lists. You know, what are the 10 CDs or DVDs that you'd want with you if you were stranded on a desert island for the rest of your life? I hear these things all the time, and it has me saying, what the hell? Because to me, the whole idea of what entertainment you'd want if you were stranded on an island raises more questions than it answers. So let's pretend that your player and your disc made it through the traumatic event that got you stranded there in the first place. You and your island entertainment system made it through intact. The next question is, how are you going to play your discs? Are you stranded on one of those desert islands that have electricity? If you're lucky, the monkeys set up a power grid, but I doubt it. So let's say your player runs on batteries, and you're lucky enough to have some. Now, I love music as much as the next guy, but if I'm on a desert island, I'm going to be thinking about food and not Radiohead. I'm a deep guy. You can ask any of my groupies. I'm sure that I would have great thoughts on a desert island, which by definition means it is an isolated desert completely surrounded by salt water. So my great thoughts would be along the lines of how to purify my own urine into drinking water, or maybe how to fashion sunscreen out of parrot dung. But I'd say I'd want a copy of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer with me so I could use it to start a fire to scare off the wild boars. No, make that a copy of the complete works of William Shakespeare on that really thin paper so I'd get some toilet paper out of the deal. But I'll play the game. Randy's top desert island DV pick is How to Not Freaking Die on a Desert Island with No Food or Water Anywhere. The original 1950 version by Tyrone Power, not the remake with Johnny Depp. And for the CD, I'd have to go with Noises That Ward Off All Jaguars in a 5-mile radius While I'm Sleeping by Queen. Thank you, and this has been What the Hell?
Take me to the arms of that baby of mine. And though I'm going pretty far, I don't worry none, you hear, 'cause the L train always gets me there on time. Four minutes 21, we stopped to let some people on at First Avenue. Find myself fascinated by the plethora of tongue rings and tattoos. Before I know, the doors are closed and we're back to the click-clack sound of the underground dinosaur. Come and take me to the arms of that sweet baby of mine. Stop to go. I don't worry, don't you know, 'cause the L train always gets me there on time. L train riding, reading all the ads up on the wall. L train riding, Brooklyn to Manhattan on the Williamsburg Cannonball. Click-clack sound of the underground dinosaur, supposed to take me to the arms of that sweet baby of mine. With only 50 yards to go, I'm in trouble, don't you know? Looks like the L train's gonna let me down this time. finally out of the train and I fly into the street. I find a note upon the door where my baby and I are we supposed to meet. Dear John, the letter opens as the ground starts to rumble underneath my big old feet. And it's that click-clack sound of the underground dinosaur made me late to meet my baby, and that's why she left. And now all I got is notes. I'm sorry, honey, I had to go. I ran away with the man who takes the F. Oh no. L train riding, lost my baby, got nowhere to go. L train riding, take me back to Brooklyn, I ain't been slow. L train riding, reading all the same old ads up on the wall. L train riding, Manhattan back to Brooklyn on the Williamsburg Cannonball. Yeah, that's the L train. Taking all local stuff for all lonely hearts.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
I still say Manhattan rightfully belongs to my people.
Possibly, but just what do you expect us to do about it?
You have a newspaper. Publish the truth. Have the island vacated immediately.
It's fantastic.
Why, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Maybe modern science will make you think differently.
I've never heard anything so absurd. You know, from the look in his eyes, I'd almost believe he was in earnest. No, he's just a harmless crank.
Come ahead, Miss Lane. You wouldn't want to miss this story, I'm sure. Just a precautionary measure. Now, Miss Lane, get ready for the greatest story of your career.
Come on, Kent. Let's get out of here.
This looks like a job for Superman.
A girl is still down there.
know, Lois, the old island looks just as good as ever.
That's right, Clark. Thanks to Superman.
One of our regular features here on Agricast is a visit from our technology guru, Chet Purvis. Good morning, Chet.
Good morning, Jack.
How are you doing?
Just fine, Dandy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Last week you showed us the benefits of mounting catfish heads on fence posts. What do you have for us this week?
Well, I know it's hard to top the catfish heads on the fence posts.
Oh, yeah, that was a classic.
That's a good one. But this week I have something new to show you. It's called a cellular telephone.
That thing there is a telephone?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. What can you do with it?
Well, you can call the feed store right from the tractor while you're in the South 40.
You can just call with that. With that.
I got the feed store on my speed dial. I got my mom down at the beauty shop on here. That's two, and then my wife down Tanning Salon down there.
So why exactly do they call it a cellular phone?
Well, that's a good question. It's a cellular phone because it's micro-orgasm. And so...
Oh, like a little molecule or something.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Well, how does it work? There ain't no wires on it.
Well, it beams off the man in the moon.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Huh. So it's space-age technology.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So NASA invented this type of thing probably, and so it's expensive.
Well, yeah, NASA had a lot to do with it.
How much does a phone like that cost?
Well, about 100 years ago, this would have cost about $1 million. But now...
Have they come down since then?
They've come down a lot. They're like, now, this is like, you can buy these for like $40 a month. And
is that
call
right?
Anybody you want.
That's incredible.
They're really...
How far can you call? Call, what, quarter mile away?
I can call any county in Oklahoma.
Is that right?
Yeah.
With that little bitty phone?
Yeah, in this phone. Right?
Well, that's nothing. Well, Chet, you've done it again, I'll tell you. I've never heard of such a thing. A cellular telephone. I'll tell you, farmers out there, I hope you're listening, because Chet's always got some good advice for you. Stay tuned to Agricast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, see? Wasn't that a lot better?